Hello, and welcome to Totally Approachable Yoga. I'm Christine. So it's still pretty cold and snowed a lot recently in New York. My shoulders really hurt from shoveling and also from working on the computer all day. So I am going to do a shoulder opening yoga practice today. I'm glad you're joining me. Let us start on our backs. I like to plant my feet flat. You can stretch your legs out if you prefer, but I like to keep them flat. It helps me keep my low back on the floor. Now, let's bring our arms overhead, and so that you feel a big shoulder stretch. And let's keep them up here. I know it's a little unconventional, but let's start with some deep breathing just with our arms overhead. Inhale through your nose and sigh through your mouth. Hopefully it's not too magnified with my mic. And a third time. You can bring your arms down by your side, but keep them palms up. Let's do an internal scan from head to toe and just take inventory of how you're feeling, how your muscles feel, how relaxed you feel or don't feel. We'll start at the top. Try to consciously relax each part as you go through it. So relax your forehead, relax your eyes, mine are closed. Relax your mouth, except like me, I'm talking. Relax your throat. Take some gentle breaths, so relax your lungs. Relax your low back. And now we can stretch out our legs if they're not already stretched out. And relax all the way down to your toes. Circle your wrists. And let's bring in one and now the other knee and do some gentle spinal rotations. And let's go the opposite direction. And let's bring our feet up, and with your peace sign fingers, grab your big toes. This is Happy Baby. We usually do this at the end of the practice, but we're going to start with it here. And you can stretch out your legs if that makes you feel good. You can keep them bent in. You can widen them, whatever you want. We're just trying to loosen up and relax the hips for this movement. Okay. Hug your knees in and get a little momentum and rock up to a seat. And if ever that feels like too much, you can always just roll to your side to the fetal position and sit up. Okay, let's sit cross-legged and get back into the shoulders. So inhale your arms up, exhale down. This time inhale up and a gentle twist. Stay here for a moment and inhale. And as you exhale, turn your torso more than just your head. So inhale, fill your lungs with air and twist a little. And up to center. Repeat on the other side. Inhale, twist, and back up to center. Hands down the midline. Open wide. Clasp your hands behind you if you can, and gently tug so you feel that pull from your shoulders. If this feels too much, you can grab opposite elbows and then release. And now we're going to do like some back strokes. This is not a traditional yoga move, but it feels good on my tight shoulders. And open up wide. We've done this one before. Close into a hug. And then cross your elbows, clasp your palms. This is eagle arms. Lift. Feel that pull in the back of your shoulders, and you can lower your forehead and get a little stretch in the back of your neck. Take 2 breaths. Now we're going to reverse that. So uncross. This time my right arm was on top, so now it's going to go below. Give yourself a hug And then convert to eagle arms if you can. Lift and lower that forehead and take a couple rounds of breath. And shake it out. Okay, let's come to a tabletop. Tuck your toes. Inhale, drop your belly and look forward and feel the stretch across your collarbone. Flatten your feet and round your back like a cat as you exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Return to a neutral spine. Lift up and swing one arm up and thread the needle. You can put your cheek on the mat. And if you are able to, lift your other arm up and bring it around the back, maybe even grabbing that opposite hip. And if that's too much, you can just leave it up or where it was. And let's switch and do that on the opposite side. Inhale, thread the needle, and arm up and bring it around. Come back to center. And let's pull back into a child's pose and widen your knees. Let's make it a wide-legged child's pose. If you can, get your forehead to the ground and walk your fingers forward. Feel that pull in the back of your shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. And now bring your arms behind you. Clasp your hands like we did earlier. If you can, lift your arms up. Good. Come back to table. And let's lift up into down dog. Adjust as you need. Pedal at your feet. And let's bend our knees really deeply. Lift our hips. And bend your knees, look forward, and step to the front of your mat. Now you're in a forward fold. Come up halfway with a flat back. Sorry about this hood situation. And fold all the way and come all the way up. Again, clasp your hands, point your pointer finger, and do like a gentle back bend, but really I want you to feel it more in here. So see if you can pull your forearms even like behind your ears and consciously lower your shoulders as you do it. It's not easy. Inhale, swan dive down. As you exhale, inhale for a flat back. Bend your knees if you need, plant your hands, and step back into plank. You can put your knees down if this is too much on your low back. Lower all the way down to the belly. Bring your hands off the mat and tent your fingers and come up into a gentle baby cobra. And push back, downward facing dog. Take 2 rounds of breath. Inhale, bend your knees, step to the front of your mat. Swan dive, reverse, and hands to center. Inhale, swan dive down. This time, bring your right foot back, drop that back knee, and come up into a low lunge. And press forward and feel the stretch in your hip. And again, clasp opposite elbows or your hands and pull. And we're going to do a modified humble warrior here as we're kneeling. So bend forward, feel the weight of your head, and pull your arms up and back. Inhale. And come back to down dog. Bend your knees. Step forward. Forward fold, flat back, all the way up. Let's repeat that on the other side. Inhale up, swan dive down. This time your left leg goes back. Drop your knee, come up into a low lunge and push forward. Feel that stretch in your hip. Inhale. As you exhale, clasp your hands behind you. Pull down. Feel that stretch in your collarbone and your shoulders. And then humble your warrior. And pull your arms up. Frame your foot. Come back into down dog. Take 2 rounds of breath. Inhale your right leg up. Bring it all the way through in between your hands. This time we're going to keep the back knee up, lift up into a high lunge. Settle in. 2 rounds of breath. Pivot the back foot. And now we're in warrior 1. Clasp your hands like before. And now we're standing, but we're going to humble our warrior. And pull back on those shoulders. And come up. Frame your foot. Come back into down dog. Inhale your left leg up. Bring it through. Keep the back knee lifted and come up into a high lunge. And pivot the back foot. Warrior 1. Clasp your hands and bend forward to humble your warrior. And this time, bring the back leg up to meet the front. Shake it out. Open your legs wide to the wide end of the mat. Squat down into a goddess squat, and let's cactus our arms. So you should feel a stretch here. Now we're going to do something funky. See if you can put your palms down. Do that a couple times. You should feel some twinge in your shoulders. And now we're going to do some movement. So inhale and squat. Exhale as you straighten one leg and sort of reach like you're holding a beach ball. Squat. Exhale. Other side. A couple more times. And center. Now bring your legs together. Shake it out. That wasn't a traditional yoga move, but I felt like I needed some movement for both my hips and my shoulders. While we're here, let's do chair pose. Inhale and sit down in your imaginary chair. If this is too much on your shoulders, keep your hands at heart center. Try to come a little lower. And while we're here, come up on your tippy toes. It's okay if you shake. Now, bring your hands behind you in a diver's pose. And again, we're trying to stretch out those shoulders. And lower the heels. Dive forward. And roll up. 1 vertebra at a time. Let's try that again. Inhale. Sit in your chair. Lower down. Raise up on your tiptoes. And bring your hands behind you. Lower the heels and come up to stand. Shake out your legs. Inhale. Bring all the weight to one leg and float up the other one. Put the flat of your foot inside the opposite leg for tree pose. You can keep it down or you can bring it up. Some people find it's easier to bring it higher. Just don't press on your knee. And once you feel steady, focus your eyes on something that's not moving. Now raise your branches. And here's where we're going to do those backstroke moves, if you can, with your balance. Stretch your shoulders. And if you can't, it's fine to sit here. Okay, let's try the opposite side. Inhale, ground down to the other foot, and the flat of this foot up. Inhale. When you get your balance, raise those branches, and let's blow them around a little. Good. Okay, let's see if we can try the full expression of the pose eagle. We've done eagle arms, but now we're going to do the legs, which kind of makes you look like a pretzel. So inhale, bend a little bit, little like gentle bend. Bring your right foot over your left, and if you can, hook that foot around like a double wrap. If you can't, you can just leave it crossed like that. But if you can, do it. And now inhale. We're going to do that hug eagle arm thing, but since our right leg is on top, the left arm is going to be on top. It's always like the opposite. So you do the hug, you clasp the hands, you lift, and you lower your forehead. And it helps a little if you like bend more so you don't fall. Don't forget to breathe. And unravel. And let's try that on the opposite side. Bend a little. Inhale, bring that leg over. This one, I don't get a double wrap on this one. And then this time your right arm's on top since your left leg is. And feel that stretch in the back of your shoulders and in your hips. Don't forget to breathe. And when you're ready, come out. Good. Okay. Let's come back to the mat. Inhale. Dive forward. Plant your hands back into plank. Lower all the way down to the ground. You can plant your forehead on the mat or put one cheek on it. Put your arms out in a T. Lift one leg up and roll sideways until your foot is flat on the earth. And you should really feel a stretch in the shoulder that's on the ground. And if you can, lift the opposite arm up and bring it around. And return to center. And arms out in a T. Now we're rolling in the opposite direction. Flatten that foot on the ground if you can. And bring this arm around. And you should feel a pretty intense stretch in the shoulder that's grounded. Good. Push back into a wide-legged child's pose again. Clasp your hands behind. You should have a little more mobility now. Test it out. And now, let's come to our backs for Shavasana. I recommend you set a timer for 5 minutes or longer. Let's do that internal inventory again. You should have a little more mobility, flexibility, and just general relaxation and space in all the body parts from head to toe, but especially in those shoulders. So relax your forehead, your eyes, your throat, your abs, your legs, and your feet. And relax in your corpse pose. As usual, I'm not going to have you watch me do that. Thank you so much for joining. Be sure to like and subscribe. Leave any comments below. Namaste.